review, we've done ax squared plus bx plus c, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to do something that's called completing the square because we do not have a trinomial that we can factor, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to make it a trinomial by completing the square so that we can get answers.
Plus 0.
So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take b and divide it by 2. What is b?
6.
And we divide it by 2 to get
3.
Okay, so then we're going to take the number that we get there and we're going to square it. What is 3 squared?
9.
Then we're going to add it to our binomial. So we are going to have x squared plus 6x plus 9.
Is that it?
Okay, now can that be factored?
Yeah.
Yes?
3 and 3.
3 and 3 because we use factors of 9 that
Hey, why do you
equal,
swear the
just stay with me.
Okay.
Factors of 9 that equal 6, so I do agree they would be 3 and 3, correct?
Yeah.
So we would have x plus 3 and x plus 3, correct? How can I rewrite this as using
X
parentheses?
plus 3 squared.
And that is all you are doing. This is your answer.
It's really simple.
No, okay, so
It's supposed to be negative.
No, this is not that formula. This is
from
a different
just,
formula.
so it's just B over 2 then?
Yes. It is not the vertex. We're not graphing. We're not using a vertex formula.
That's what I was just going to ask.
We are completing the square. Okay? So the next parenthesis, or the next one, the first thing we did was we took b and divided it by 2, so what would that be?
9 divided by
9 divided.
Negative 9 divided by 2. Okay, does that work out nicely?
No.
Negative 5. No, negative
So let's
4.
just leave it like this. Negative 9 then over 2 is what we're going to square, so we would get, just square the top, square the bottom. Negative 9 squared,
81 over 4.
Okay? So then, in the back, or so then we would have x squared minus 9x.
Plus 81 over 4.
Okay, now can we factor that very nicely?
No.
No. But if we took, let's say, negative 9 over 2 and negative 9 over 2, if I multiplied these two, would I get this?
Yes.
So those are factors of 81 over 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then if I take negative 9 halves plus negative 9 halves, what do you get? Type in your calculator. You get negative 9. Okay, so that means I can have x minus 9 over 2 and x minus 9 over 2.
Can I add this calculator?
Correct?
Wait, why do you Oh, yeah, that's right.
I need you guys to focus, please. You will understand this and you will do great at it if I can just get you to focus. Okay? So we are doing the same thing that we did on this one. We said we needed factors of 9 that equals 6. I also said if I multiply these two together, these two fractions, will I not get 81 over 4?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore these are factors of this, correct?
Yes.
If I add these two together, do I get negative 9?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore this is how I factor that,
Will that
correct?
always happen? Okay.
Therefore I factored this, correct?
Oh.
So then my parentheses will be x minus,
9 over 2 squared.
and that is completing the square. Now, Bryce is noticing something. Bryce, what do you notice?
We won't know that will always happen.
What?
That won't always happen.
It will.
Well, what do you
I thought you were noticing something. Anybody notice about what you get in the parentheses?
What, you
Yeah.
already
Minus
squared?
or plus something.
So this is what we got when we took b divided by 2, correct?
Yeah.
And this is what ended up in the parentheses, correct?
Yeah.
And this is what we got when we took b divided by 2, correct?
Yeah. Well,
And this is what ended up in the parentheses,
So
correct?
did you have to just put it there?
What?
Then instantly couldn't you put
No,
it
I don't want you to do that because the next
What?
step is not just going to be that.
Why?
Okay? So this is how we get there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, questions about this? Questions about this?
No.
Okay. You're gonna do some on your own then.
You say that, Ryan. Okay.
I said.
Okay. So what do we have to do first, Ryan, on number 4?
-2 divided by 2.
Good, and what'd you get?
-1.
Okay, so then you wrote x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals.
What about you square it though?
Oh, sorry, yes. So -1 squared should be 1, so it should actually be +1, right?
Yes.
Okay? And so since you added 1 to one side, you have to.
Add 1 to this.
Good. So then you factored this side, and what'd you get for your factored?
1 and 1.
So x minus 1, quantity squared. Are you guys okay if I just skip the x minus 1 parentheses x minus 1 step?
Yeah.
Okay. So then on this side we get what?
4.
And then what do you do, Ryan?
Square root.
Okay. So we'd get x minus 1 equals what?
2 equals
2, and x minus 1 equals.
2.
So then here when I solve, I would
Plus 1.
add 1, so x would equal.
3.
Okay. And over here I would,
Add 1.
and so x would equal.
-1.
Thumbs up if you got x equals 3 and x equals -1. Still got the answer.
Good job, Rob.
All right.
I have some weird numbers for the next one.
Dylan, you got the next one. What'd you do first?
So first, what I did was divide 12 by 2.
And you got what?
6, then you then you square 6, which is 36.
So you did.
M to the second plus 12m plus 36 equals -8. Then you minus.
-8. If I add 36 to this side, I have to
Oh, I forgot to do that.
add
That's
36
why.
to this
Wait,
side.
no, I didn't. I remember
Okay.
to do that.
So then what'd you do?
Then I got 28 on that side,
Okay.
Wait, no.
and it's m plus 6 squared.
Right.
Then you square root.
Right.
Oh, I messed writing it down.
Square root? Square root, correct? So then is the square root of 28 a pretty number?
No, I kept it till the end.
Okay, so yes, keep it to the end. So you get m plus 6 equals the square root of 28 and
M plus
Wow.
6 squared.
good. And then you would
Minus 6. So -6 plus square root of 28. And then -6 minus. And then you would get -0.71 and -11.
negative
0.71 and -11.29.
thumbs up if you got those two answers.
I just don't have a calculator to square root it. So
But you got this far.
yeah.
Does everybody know how to get to these points?
Is that what you were thinking me of?
Yeah. Questions on this? Gotcha. Okay, on number 6, Maddie, what did you do first?
I divided by 3.
Good. So you need to divide all of these by 3. Ryan, if you did not do this, do it with me now. So I would get
3 looks like a carrot.
g squared minus thank you, 8g hang up the phone.
I sent like an voicemail.
Equals 0. Now what do I do, Dolan?
Then I counted it.
Hold on, I'm just panicking.
Oh, okay. So then you would do 1 plus. No. Yeah, -9. What? No. What? How do you get -8?
We divided everything by 3.
I know. I just.
We need a
3 times 8 is
binomial. So
24.
what would I do?
Oh, -9. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I did -27 first.
Did you divide everything by 2 or 3 after that?
No.
You have to do that.
First?
No, you could have. So we could have subtracted 27 and then divided everything by 29.
But that's a lot more work.
Well, it's the exact same work. It's just 27 would be on the opposite side. You still have to divide it by 3 though.
Oh.
So you could subtract 27 to this side, but then remember when you're dividing these by 3, you still have to divide this one by 3 as well. You will get the same answer. So now I go to this completing the square. So I would do
-8 divided by 2, which is -4, and then that squared is 16.
So I would write
G squared minus 8g plus 16 equals -9. And then
-9.
plus 16.
Good.
And then you can do
AJ, you better have this done or be writing it down.
but 4 plus 4 times 4, so it would be 4 and 4.
It would
G plus
Hey,
no,
look at that. That's a negative.
-4. Sorry,
negative.
-4 squared, and then it would be 5 over there. No, 7.
Just 7.
Okay. Let's see. I'm an algebra kid. I know how to work math.
That's what I
So then you would square root that, and you would get whatever that is.
G minus 4 equals the square root of 7 and,
The square root of
The negative
minus
square root of
7. Yeah, that.
okay? So then I would,
Plus 4 and plus 4. So you'd have 4 plus the square root of 7 and 4 minus the square root of 7. Which would give you
and you type in your calculator.
6.65 and 1.35.
Question.
I keep forgetting
got
to
it right.
add that
I got it
number.
right. I got 2 of them.
I would have gotten it right, but I don't got a calculator.